Hey guys, today we are creating a Superman clay bookend, which looks super cool.
For me, Superman was always a superhero who was just always around. He first appeared in the comic pages in 1938. This is 86 years of Superman adventures, almost a century. I don't get my head around this fact. And he's become a true cultural touchstone, appearing in films, TV shows, video games, even in Fortnite. And this is our 3D model for today's creation, which is quite helpful. The phone itself is also special in today's video, because this video is sponsored by Red Magic, and I will show you later the phone and tell you more about it. Back to Superman. He stands for hope, justice, and just this timeless fight between good and evil. Other heroes came and went, but Superman has always been the benchmark of what a superhero should be, at least from my perspective, how I grew up. When I think of a hero, I think of the Man of Steel, who also has some body parts. We are bending the aluminum wire underneath. I created the skeleton, and now that it is coated with blue clay, let's get on some beautiful texture with this fabric. And the suit of Superman has these beautiful lines, where I can make use of my modeling tools. And this looks so futuristic, but also retro at the same time. I don't usually buy battle passes, but this time I had to, just to get that simple yet awesome Superman skin. We are now switching over to pale pink/ochre for the skin tone. We've got the hands, but also the neck and head. The most difficult part of this whole creation, so we start simple with the hands. This right hand should be formed to a fist because he's flying mid-air, and the left hand should push against the books because this will be the bookend. So I make sure to get in some more details into the hand, and we can place it onto the wire, which will be later attached to the bookend to this plate.
Getting a 3D model of a Fortnite skin normally means firing up the PS5 here in the studio. But I'm on the road a lot, so this time we're playing Fortnite on a phone.
Now in Fortnite they added a bunch of super cool hero-themed items and abilities, and you can even summon Superman's dog in the game. So this season it really feels like you're playing inside a comic book battle this season. But now it's time for the most difficult part. My kryptonite, human faces. So please don't judge, I give my very best, and I think I have improved over the years. But still getting these characteristic lines and expressions onto such a small scale, oof, this is tough. If you think I deserve a thumbs up or subscribe, hit the bell and don't miss future videos. I am definitely going to cover more stuff from the current Fortnite season. And we've got a visitor. Time to smoothen the head and attach it to the neck. It looks kind of weird without the hair, but we've got some further elements which we are now creating. Let's start with a logo. The Superman logo. I think it has changed over the years. This one looks like the most modern version. And the letter S can hardly be recognized, so I don't really like this version. But it still looks awesome. The color combination, red to yellow, and then on the chest, but also on the cloak. I started wondering about his iconic red and blue costume. Why such simple primary colors? Does it have something to do with the old comic printing techniques? Long hair, look at that, looks weird. So it turns out it probably does. Back in the late 1930s and the golden age of comics, publishers used a basic 4-color printing process on cheap paper, and I looked it up to educate myself. This meant they had to stick to bold primary colors. Same reason why Spider-Man has similar colors. And they would print reliably and stand out on this cheap paper. Bright reds, blues and yellows really popped off the dull newspaper pages. So heroes like Superman were dressed in those vibrant colors from the start. And even as the print technologies improved, they stuck. They became symbol of good guys in comics. Meanwhile, villains often got secondary colors like green or purple to set them apart, and it almost looks a little bit dirty. I'm not sure if you have noticed that. So Superman's classic color scheme isn't just random, it comes from the very roots of comic book history, and for me this is quite fascinating. The cloak is a part I'm looking forward to create. We are using a thin layer of red clay, where this yellow logo will go on top. And we also apply the texture onto the cloak and then modeling it into flying mid-air simulation. So we try to get in some wrinkles and folds. I did not know until a few days ago that there is a new Superman movie coming very soon. It's set to hit theaters in July, so this is just next month. I'm super excited about this. The trailer blew my mind. Did you see the dog in the trailer? Superman dog. It's so adorable. I love that they put him into Fortnite, and I heard you are getting pets very soon in the game. So this is the technique I mentioned before. And we've got a freshly baked Superman. So the movie. This is going to be a fresh start for Superman on the big screen with the new actor, David... I am skipping on the name. So I can't wait to see how they bring the Man of Steel and also his super pet to life in this upcoming film. Yeah, this crew, this was a disaster because we got some cracks in the arm. And after I finished fixing the clay puppet to this bookend, I thought, well, wouldn't it be nice if the book itself would be part of the bookend? So I had to slide this underneath the hand. Better later than never. I'm super happy that I integrated this book for the bookend. And guys, I guess that's it! The Superman Bookend! Oh, this looks so awesome! He is flying, pushing the books! And I love that the last book is tilted as if it were about to fall over. Then there is a reason for Superman to save the books!
Thanks so much Red Magic for sponsoring today's video. For you guys, what would you like to see next? Leave it in the comments. Have an awesome week and see you soon. Bye!